here is a quick video guide I have gone ahead and printed out. You want to make sure that your printer is set on 100% when you print these out. The size of this piece of paper is letter size, which is standard size for the US printing paper. If you have an A4 paper, it might print out a little bit differently. Nonetheless, we have a few ways to ensure it so that you know you have the perfect size when you measure your wrist. First of all, when it prints out on the piece of paper, like I said, you want to make sure it's 100%. And how to measure that is we have a little reassurance over here. You can place a credit card over here, or in this case, any type of credit card alike card, because they're pretty much the same size. And you want to make sure that this piece of card fits perfectly in between the two lines, which you can see in this case, this card does. And that tells you you printed the correct size. And if you don't have a credit card, there's another way to try, making sure this is the right size, which if you have a ruler or a measurement tape at home, you want to make sure that all of the lines and the increments align, which in this case, you can see that everything aligned correctly from this side and also on this side. And this basically tells you this is printed in the correct size. And then you can go ahead and cut this out to measure your wrist. So here comes the ruler. I literally just cut out this measurement from the piece of paper I was showing you guys from. And I'm going to slide through the cutout over here. And then I'm going to place my hand through this cutout. And then I will basically make it fit. And if I want to have my bracelet here, I am literally going to make sure the cutout stops here. And once again, it's personal preference if you want your bracelet to be really snug or really loose. For me, I like the in-between fit, so it's not too loose and it's not too tight. My measurement stops right here, which is perfectly in between a 6 and a 7. This tells me the fit of the bracelet that I would like would be size 6.5. But if you feel like you're in between here, depending on the fit you want, if you want snug, you would do 6.5. But if you want a little bit looser, I would recommend to go for size 7. So depending on the fit you want, and I think this is pretty straightforward. You just need a printer and to make sure you print on the right setting. And if you don't have a printer at home, you can go ahead and just cut out, a thin piece of paper or a little thread from anywhere that can allow you to wrap around your wrist. So I'm going to mimic that scenario for you. Go ahead and find a strip of paper or a piece of thread and then wrap it around your wrist. You kind of want to find a comfortable fit of the piece of paper on your wrist. And then from there, you can take a pen, you can mark it, and then release it. You would want to take a ruler or a measuring tape that starts from where you mark the mark, and then you will see that this is around 6.5 over here. I would recommend using help when you're measuring it because it's kind of important, and then you want to make sure you kind of get the exact fit on your wrist. And mine came out to be 6.5. So this is pretty much how you use the sizing guide. The link is going to be in the description box, and also on Instagram page, you're able to find it under the listing. So if you have any questions, just feel free to email us or write us a DM.